Hey everyone, welcome back to the Data Monk. I hope all your preparations are going pretty well for your data science interviews. We are back, and in this video, we are going to discuss all SQL interview question in minutes. We have already curated a playlist for you wherein we have discussed various interview questions from various companies, and these interview questions have been actually asked. I would suggest before you jump onto this video, I would suggest that you go through all those videos. That those will really help you cover all your basics that you'll need to sit in any of your data science interviews. And in this particular video, we are going to cover all the questions, so you can take it as a revision video wherein we'll be discussing just the questions. Let's get started with it. And again, I suggest, if you haven't watched our previous playlist on SQL interview questions, I suggest you that you watch that first, and after that you can come to this video and take it as a revision marathon kind of a thing. And if there are any questions that you're not able to solve in this video, feel free to drop a comment in the section below, and we'll be there to answer all your queries. All right, so let's begin with interview questions in minutes. Our first question is, we'll be discussing all the question which has been asked in the interview questions lately. So the first question that we got, the most frequent question that we got was, what is the difference between SQL and MySQL? So a lot of even the experienced professional are confused between the concept of SQL and MySQL. They consider it the same thing, but actually it's not. I suggest here you also understand the difference between PLSQL as well. So what the difference between SQL, MySQL and PLSQL should be very clear to you before you sit for any of your interviews. After that, we have, what are the sub languages of SQL? So here you basically have to talk about DDL, DML and DCL. You have to explain what are these languages, and I suggest whenever you sit for an interview, just don't just give a basic definition of the asked question. It's better that you explain with an example. If you explain with an example, the interviewer knows that you understood the thing and this is not just a rote learning concept. So try to explain this with the help of an example. There are three sub-languages of SQL that you need to explain here. Next question is, what is schema? So these are the basic stuff that you need to be very clear with. So if you're not able to answer the basic question, the interview ends there. They'll not go to advanced level because the basic is not clear. So you need to understand what a schema, what are attributes, rows, tuples. You need to have a clear understanding of what all these technical terms in SQL are. Our next question is, which operator will you use for pattern matching? We have an entire video on this particular question. So if you haven't watched our SQL playlist before, I suggest you watch that video. Just a hint, here we are actually talking about the like operator. So which operator will you use for pattern matching? That is your like operator. How you will use it, that I hope you can figure out by now, right? Moving ahead, our next question is, what is SQL query order? So for this, you need to understand the concept of queries and subqueries. We have solved plenty of questions on subqueries in our previous videos. Most of the questions had the concept of subquery. So here you'll be able to answer that. Next is, how to delete a table in SQL. So this question can be asked in two ways. First is how to delete a table in SQL. The other way around for this question is, what is the difference between drop, delete and truncate? And again, we have an entire video on this. So you need to explain all these three concepts. If this question is asked to you, you need to explain the concept of drop, delete and truncate. And I would suggest explain it with an example, because theory everybody knows. If you are explaining it with an example, that means that you actually know the stuff. So you can explain the difference between the three with the help of an example, and you can show how you can delete a table in SQL. Next question that we have is, how will you select all employee without addresses? So for example, you are given a table, all right, you are given an employee table wherein you have your serial number, the name of the employee, the designation, the salary, and the addresses. All right, so now you need to select all employee without addresses. It's pretty simple. All the in the address column, the values which are null, you need to exclude it and include all the other values. I hope you'll be able to answer this. This is not a very tricky question for you to answer, I guess. Here they have said without addresses. It could be anything, without salaries, without employer IDs. So you just need to segregate the ones which have all the attributes, all the rows, and the one which doesn't have all the rows, right? Moving ahead to our next question, which is, list all aggregate functions in SQL. This is a very important concept. There are 5 aggregate functions in SQL, and we have discussed all of them in detail in our previous video in the playlist that we have for SQL. So again, this is not a very difficult question to answer, but try to explain it with the help of an example. So just list all the aggregate functions that we have in SQL with a query for that, a simple query for that, right? Moving ahead, our next question is, what are case manipulation functions in SQL? So there are various types of case manipulations. You can explain any of those which you are pretty sure of, and again try to explain it with an example. All right. Next we have, this question has been asked a lot, which is, what are constraints? List different type of constraints in SQL. So you need to first explain what are constraints, and then you have to list the types of it. And again, whenever you are mentioning types, advantages, or whatever, try to explain it with an example. And trust me, you'll be able to find all answers to all these questions if you have seen the previous video, the entire SQL playlist that we have. This combined with those video is all you need to crack your data science interview. So I suggest you watch that video and just take this as a revision video wherein you are just looking at the questions and you already know the answers in your head, right? And I'm trying to give some or the other hint with every question. Moving ahead, our next question is, what is the difference between where and having? Again, we have a video on this, and just a hint here. Here, you actually need to, bring focus upon where with which clause you can use aggregate function, and with which clause you cannot use an aggregate function. And you also need to understand if you can use where before the having function or not, or after it. And again, as I said, we have discussed all of this completely in the video that we have. It is called the difference. What is the difference? It is actually called the difference between where and having clause only, so you can look that up. Next is, what is the difference between rename and alias? This is very, very, very important, because whenever you are answering any of your interview questions, you must have seen that alias, like giving a temporary name, is very important. Here I have given you a hint that alias is basically a temporary name. Rename, is it temporary, is it permanent? I think let's leave it up to you. So you need to understand the difference between both of these clauses, functions, and if you see, this alias function has been used in all of the interview questions that we have solved, even in the Facebook question that we solved, in the other interview questions that we solved. The concept of alias has been asked a lot, and if you don't understand its meaning, I think it's going to be a little difficult for you to answer the interview questions. Moving ahead, we have our next question, which says, what are joins, what are its type and uses? Again, we actually have two videos on the joins. So here you have to explain what are joins, like why do you use them, why do we need joins in SQL, what are its type. You need to explain the outer join, outer left join, outer right join, inner join, cross join, self join. So you need to have all the basic understanding of all kinds of join. And I suggest, instead of answering with the Google definition, I suggest just take one example and explain all type of join, taking that one particular example. This is all you need, and trust me, the question will be absolutely correct if you just answer it using an example. Just explain all the type of joins with the help of an example and you will be good to go. Then you just need to explain it uses, that why did you use it here. I think that if you are taking an example, this question will be automatically answered, so you don't need to think separately for it. All right, moving on to our next question, which is, how do you select keys in a given table? Here, don't get confused if they ask this with the concept of select and keys. They are basically asking what are keys in SQL. That's what they are asking in this question. The question can be molded a bit for you to, get a bit confused. That is what interviews are for, to understand that they're not to basically test your knowledge. It is how you see a question, what is your perspective when you see a particular question. That is what is judged when you sit in an interview. So here they are asking types of keys and how do you select these keys. So how do you know in this table this would be the primary key? How do you know in this table this would be the foreign key? So you need to understand concept of all kinds of keys that we have in SQL. And again, we have a complete video on this wherein we have explained keys with the help of an example. So again, just like you explained joins, try to explain keys also with the help of an example, because theoretically explaining such concepts is very difficult. Like I would say, it is difficult to explain it in theory than example. So just take an example and explain all the kind of keys that we have: primary key, composite key, and foreign key. All these keys you just need to candidate key, just explain them with the help of an example. Moving ahead, we have what is normalization. So here you need to first tell what is the concept of normalization, why do we use normalization. You should use words like data redundancy, data integrity, and try to explain them also. After that, you have to talk about four kind of normal forms that we have. That is 1NF, 2NF, 3NF, and BCNF. So you have to explain all these all these normal forms, and again explain it with an example. And if you are facing any problem while trying to answer this question, please refer to the video. We have two separate videos wherein we have explained 1NF and 2NF, and the next video where we have explained 3NF and BCNF. Right. Also, I would suggest that you understand the concept of denormalization here as well. Normalization and denormalization and its type. Moving ahead, we have our next question. This is like some of the basic questions that I have collated in a single slide, which is the first question is how to rename a table. How can you rename the entire table? Then how you can rename a column of a table. How to view a table. There are various kind of views, and and a question can be asked like, can you see data when you are viewing a table? So you need to have the concept of views clear as well. Then how to insert a date, and there are various way to insert a date in SQL. You need to have a basic understanding of all those particular functions that you can use to insert a date. So these are some of the 4 questions which has been asked a lot of time in the recent interviews, and if you see, they're just basic concepts, so I've collated them together. That is renaming a table, renaming a column, viewing tables, and inserting dates. Okay, these can be asked as sub questions also, that is why I have taken them together. Next question, moving on to our next question, we have what is PLSQL. So as I told you in the very beginning of the video, as I told you, you need to understand the difference between SQL, MySQL, and PLSQL. So take it as a separate question, take it as a difference, but you need to have a basic understanding of it. Moving ahead to our next question, which is how to fetch odd or even rows in a given data set. So maybe they'll give you a data set, or maybe they won't give you a data set. They'll just tell you that we have a database wherein we have like 100 values, and they want to fetch you just the odd rows from that particular table. So you just need to write a query for that, and if they can ask for even as well. And we have solved this question has been answered in an interview, and we have solved this particular question in detail in our previous video. By if you're watching this video, I can hope that you can answer this question very easily, like you must have answered it by now. If not, if you're getting stuck anywhere, just feel free to go back to the video, and the answer will be very very much feeded in your head when you watch that video. Moving ahead to our next question, which is how to find nth highest salary. So this is like one of the most common question which has been asked in a lot of interviews. Here I have said that how to find nth highest salary. Mostly they ask for second highest salary, but because of the repetition of the question, I think different companies are asking different levels now, like how to find third highest salary or fourth highest salary or fifth highest salary. Mostly they asked for the second highest salary. This is like, if you search on Google, this is like the most frequent question which has been asked for an experience level SQL interviewer. So here I suggest that you basically understand the general concept is how to find the nth salary, nth highest salary. And again, we have a question on this, we have a video on this, but there we have solved of second highest salary only. But if you're able to understand that, you just need to move the numbers here and there, and you'll be able to answer the nth highest salary as well. Moving ahead, we have what is the difference between rank and dense rank. So before you sit on for any interview, just go through all of these differences questions. It is like a must, because this is where the interviewer judges you, that do you actually understand the difference, like will you be able to judge that in this particular problem, what function will you use. These functions are very very similar to each other, but they sometimes most of them are complementary to each other. Like there's a very thin line of difference between these functions, and that is why it is so important for you to understand the difference between rank and dense rank. And we have various other differences question. So this is the first one, and again we have a video on this. If you're not clear with the concept, refer to the previous video. Moving ahead, we have difference between lead and lag. So this is also where a lot of students, a lot of professionals get confused, that what is the like, you know what lead is, you know what lag is, but what is the difference? Do you understand that particular uh, at what particular situation, in what particular situation will you use lead or will you use lag? So that is why understanding the differences between the SQL clauses, SQL functions is so important. So this was our question that says difference between lead and lag. Moving ahead, we have difference between between and in operator in SQL. So you need to understand the difference between these two as well. Moving ahead, we have our next question, which is what is the difference between now and current date? So if you remember, there was a previous question which said how you can insert dates in SQL. So you can say this is like a bit like a modified version of that particular question that says what is the difference between now and current date. So if you see here, I'm covering all kind of questions where the differences can be asked between various clauses. So that is why I suggest that you go through this entire concept of differences between various clauses, because the difference is very less, but actually it's very large. So yeah. Moving ahead to our next question, which is what is the role of transaction, commit, and rollback? So you can again try to explain this with the help of an example. Maybe you can take the concept of delete, drop, and truncate here and try to explain it how you can use transaction, commit, and rollback. So I think using them will be a smart idea to show the differences between drop, delete, and truncate, as well as you can understand and you can explain the role of transaction, commit, and rollback as well. Moving ahead to our next question, that is what is trigger in SQL and can we disable a trigger in SQL? So this is one of the question which has been asked recently. So what is a trigger? You need to just show a particular query for that, and you can just answer in yes or no that can you disable a trigger or not. All right. I hope you're not tired. We are almost there. We are actually covering everything that can be asked in your SQL interview. So it might take a little long, but trust me, it will be worth it till the end of this video. If you are taking this as your revision, or if you are even taking this as your, say, notes of what you need to prepare, if you are going till the end of this video, I assure you that you'll cover each and everything that you need to crack your data science interview. Alright, coming to our next question, which says how to copy a table's data structure. So you are given an empty table and you are given a table with the that has been populated with some values, and you need to just copy its data structure into another empty table. So the data structure remains same, just there's this another table that you need to fill it with. So this is one of the questions which has been asked. Again, we have a video, we do have a video on this as well, so you can refer to that video for any reference. Moving ahead, can you delete duplicate records in a table with no primary key? So a lot of interviews, you must have heard about this question, that how can you delete duplicate records in a table? But here the question has been modified a bit, because SQL doesn't have like a very vast range of questions that can be asked. All they can do is just modify it a bit, or just play with the words and something. So here you just need to show how you can delete duplicate records in a table. You can show an example of with primary key, without primary key. Yeah, so this was the question. Moving ahead, we have how to find duplicate records in a table. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is the question which is mostly asked. A modified version of this question is, can you delete duplicate records in a table with no primary key? Moving ahead, we have what are asset properties. So this is like the foundation that you need to know. So you just need to explain all these 4 properties that we have. Moving ahead, what is the use of NVL and NVL2 functions? How do they differ? So you just take an example, show this is the use of NVL, this is the use of NVL2. Here you have explained the concept also, and here you have shown the difference also. That is all you need. Moving ahead, what are union, minus, and intersect commands? So you just need to explain the concept of these three. You can explain it with an example. You can just take a or you can just talk about the difference between all these three commands. Moving ahead, we have how can you count rows in a table? So you just need to write a simple query for this, how you can count all the rows in a table. So that was our last question. As I said, that it will definitely be worth your time, and just take down the notes or take this as the revision video, just to brush up your concepts. We have covered almost everything in this video, and if you are watching this with the previous videos, previous playlists that we have combined with this video, because in the playlist that we have curated for you, here we have there we have basically focused on there we have basically focused on the interview questions, the scenario based questions. So we have created this another video wherein we have talked about the theory part also, because whenever you sit for an interview, they do consider the theory part in SQL, because as I said, understanding the difference between various functions and various clauses in SQL is very important. So if you have build your base with the scenario based questions that we have solved in all like 23-24 videos previously, then you are coming to this video, just understand the basic concept, the basic definitions that you need to have, and you are good to go. And I would just say all the very best for your interviews, and we hope that we were able to contribute to this journey of data science. This is it for the SQL series that we have curated. So yeah, is that interview, and all the very best. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you liked the video, and please feel free to drop your comments with any of your queries, or if there's any question which you are not able to find an answer to or anything, we'll be very happy to help you with that. All right, so all the best, have a good day. Thank you.